Hello everyone, hope you had a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year. And what I did realize is that a lot of you have been asking me to do a hair oiling video, and I thought, probably this is the right time to actually do that. And that's because during Christmas and New Year, I did style my hair. I use a lot of straighteners, a lot of hair products, I think, to just set my hair, and it has damaged my hair a bit. And when I went to India as well, my mom kept saying that my hair has become dull, it's become dead, it has no moisture anymore. And I was like, yes, mom, I'm going to do everything that you have been asking me to do. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to record it as well. So let's get started. So as you can see, I have got Vatika's argan oil, which is here, and I've got an extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to use a mixture of these two and put it in this tiny little bowl here. So the first thing I'm going to do is use the Vatika's argan oil, and I'm roughly going to take about 2 tablespoons because I think that's more than enough for my hair. And then I'm going to add the olive oil. You can use any olive oil that you like. I'm not too particular about any brand. I'm just making sure that there is an equal amount of the olive oil and the coconut oil. Or, in this case, I'm using the argan oil. If you want to try this, I would say definitely go ahead. It's really, really good. Now, as you can see, there is equal amount of olive oil and the argan oil. I'm just going to give it a swirl. And what I'm now going to do is just put this mixture in the microwave. So as you saw in the video or just a few minutes back, I've heated the mixture and the bowl is here. I put it in the microwave for about 40 seconds, which is more than enough. Now, all I'm going to do is just apply this oil, and I'm going to apply it to the roots. And as you see, I've already partitioned my hair actually to the side. I think I prefer doing it this way because when you do it in the middle, you apply oil and then, go on to the other side and then move to the other. What I actually have noticed is that for me, it's easier if I actually start it from one end of of your hair and just move it on to the other side. Now, normally if I'm not recording the video, I would actually use my fingers and just apply the oil because I think that's the easiest way to apply. And but what I'm gonna do, I did try recording this before as well, but I think the oil just trickles down my hand and it just gets too messy. So I'm just gonna use a cotton like a cotton pad. But if you're doing at home, I think whatever is easy for you, just do that. I know I do keep touching my hair a lot, and I'm gonna try and not do that in my videos. See, I just did it. Sorry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is dip the cotton, and as you can see, I'm just looking in the camera and just applying the oil to the roots, and I'm applying a generous amount. So if you see, as long as your scalp is shiny, you think, and it's absorbing the oil, just keep rubbing the oil in there. It's really, really important that you don't apply the oil just onto the hair, but onto the roots and just rub it in. And trust me, this is something that my mom has been doing for my hair um, ever since I was a kid. And I think that's why I do have such good hair. So I definitely recommend that if you want to take care of your hair, oiling is the best product, that you can actually use to have nice, silky and nourished hair. I think enough of talking, so I'm just going to continue rubbing that oil in there. So I think now I'm happy because I think I've covered the scalp. And also, if you can see, I'm getting a lot of spots right now. I don't know why, but I guess it's because of all the oily stuff that I've had during Christmas and the New Year. So as you see, I've taken a smaller section, and this part of the scalp is actually quite dry. So I'm again going to dip the cotton bud and just start applying the oil onto the roots. What my mom always said is that just make sure that you apply the oil to your roots. It doesn't matter if you apply onto the rest of the hair, because this is where your roots need the most amount of nourishment. So I'm just literally dabbing it on and just making sure there's enough oil. I'm just going to take a smaller section again and just apply the oil. So you get the gist of it, right? So I started from the corner and now I'm the center of my head. and I'm just applying a generous amount. And as you see, I'm just pressing it a little bit as well. Look, this is what I mean. This is what happens when you're applying the oil, and that's because I haven't massaged it onto my hair. So I'm just going to apply the oil. Now what I'm going to do is take, oh my god, that looks bad. But anyways, take a few drops of oil onto my hand. As you can see, just gonna rub that in. And all I'm going to do is just massage my scalp. So I'm just making sure all the areas of, you know, your top, is it called like a crown? I'm just making sure I've got enough oil onto the just that much section of your hair. So if you see, all of this hair is dry, but don't worry, I am going to show you what to do with that as well. So as you can see, I'm literally just moving my hands in circular motion, and this is something that my mom used to do it for me, but not anymore because she's in India, I'm in UK, so I miss it. But hey, I've learned this from her, and I'm sure, I hope you can learn it as well, and it, you know, it's kind of helpful for you. It's cold, so I'm like slurring a bit. Right, I think I'm happy with that. Now whatever's left onto my hand, I am just going to apply it to the bottom part of my hair. Now if you're thinking the video is going to end now, it's not, because now I have a second thing that I'm going to apply to the second section of my hair, which is starting from here all the way till the end, and I'll just get the product. Now, for some of you, it might be very common. Some of you might not have ever heard. But the second thing that I'm going to apply to my hair is a coconut milk. Now, in India, you can buy fresh coconut, grinded. Basically, the way I used to do it in India is just take the fresh coconut, grind it with just maybe like 2 tablespoons of water, and all you need to do is then press the coconut, and then you would get fresh coconut milk. That is so good for your hair, because effectively, rather than applying a processed oil, you're getting the the nourishment from the coconut directly, which is absolutely great. Unfortunately, in UK I can't find it, and it's too much work, to be honest. So what I have found, an alternative one, is that you get the like a tin or a canned coconut milk. All I'm going to do, I've just opened it and have a spoon in it, and I'm just going to take so I'll just show you the texture. It just looks like yogurt or curd, and it's just like white in color. So if you see, it's just like a very creamy texture like yogurt, if you can see. And all I'm going to do is just rub that in my hands. Trust me, it's a bit messy, so you will have to be careful. So I'm going to apply that, and just again apply it on just top of my hair, and apply it, everywhere, where, especially for the way I said, starting from this end of the hair all the way till the bottom. So all I'm doing is taking, look, I just dropped some on the table. That's why I say it's a bit messy, but it's worth it, because your hair will be so good. I mean, really, trust me, it's going to be amazing. So if you see, all I'm doing is just like twisting my hair, at the same time making sure I'm applying the coconut milk. So all I'm doing is just apply some straight onto the hair, and just making sure that all the parts of the hair are covered really well. So when I touch it, if I don't know if you can see it in the video, but this part, it's a bit frizzy. So all I'm going to do is just apply some coconut milk, and that's how it looks. You might be thinking, oh, it's too gross, oh, it's too oily. Well, I don't know. I've tried this and I think it works really well for me. So I really don't care, you know. It's good for my hair. Now again, especially the bottom hair, I think is like super dry every time. So I'm just gonna go and apply some extra milk or moisturizer. And yes, by the way, I haven't applied any makeup today, so I don't know if you're finding it a bit odd, but hey ho, I can't apply makeup just for a hair video, can I? Especially when I'm gonna take a shower. So I've just decided I'm just gonna go without makeup and just oil my hair. So all I can see that some parts here are dry, and I realize it looks really funny in the video, but look guys, this is exactly how I do it, and that's why I'm showing it. I'm not editing the funny parts and just making it look nice and simple. This is exactly how it's gonna be when you do it at home. So just make sure, you know, until you're completely happy and satisfied, just make sure you have applied enough product onto your hair. And, you know, just make sure that your hair is well covered. So all I'm going to do now is just make sure I have applied it everywhere, right? And now if you see, I think it looks like, you know, all the strands are covered with the milk and the oil. So all I'm going to do is just, well, what I meant is all I'm going to do is just leave this onto my hair for next 30 minutes to 40 minutes. You can leave it as long as you like. There's no side effect to this. It's just going to make your hair more soft and more silky. And then I'm going to take a shower. Hi guys, morning. I left the oil onto my hair for the entire night, and I've washed my hair and I'm ready to leave for work, and I thought I've got 10 minutes and I'm going to quickly record the video. So I've washed my hair, if you can see, and all I'm going to do is just blow dry them with you. And I've already applied a heat protectant, that is by Tony and Guy, and as always I always apply argan oil because I think it just makes your hair look more healthy. So that's the prep for the hair is done. So I'm just going to flip my hair and just blow dry them, and I've got the dryer here. So let's get started. I've blow dried my hair, and I think it looks nice and silky. It feels really nice and soft. My hair had gone super dry, but I think now it feels much more smoother. What I'm gonna do is just probably take a few photographs so that you can see actually how the hair looks. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Bye.